All right, we're all excited about all the goals we had over the weekend with the U.S. men's national team from Reyna, Pulisic, and McKennie. Uh, we're saved. We're all good. We're happy times. We can relax. Can we? No. You're going to listen to me and hear the different perspective of someone that's actually in the trenches of U.S. soccer, witnessing year in year out of watching this crap soccer be repeated over and over again, being led by a bunch of freaking coaches that keep getting recycled into the system, teaching the same garbage, not developing anything. We don't have a base of players. We don't. We get all excited. Oh, we had a goal in Serie A and in the EPL and the Bundesliga all in one day. Oh my gosh! Woo! Yeah, why? Let's look at it. Let's look at why. It wasn't because of U.S. soccer. It was more of players born in circumstance with good parents, good location, and good development, and it wasn't from U.S. soccer. So coming from U.S. soccer, they're so excited. Look at us. We're good. We're good. Everything's gonna be fine. Are we? So the U.S. men's national team, McKennie, Pulisic, and Reyna all score, which is a big deal. It's a big deal. I'm not gonna. I love the fact that we're advancing, but it's not because of U.S. soccer. It was a milestone weekend for the U.S. men's national team players across Europe. This has come from USsoccer.com. Weston McKennie, Gio Reyna, Christian Pulisic found the back of the net for their respective clubs on Saturday, making the first time U.S. players have scored on the same day in the Italian Serie A, German Bundesliga, and the English Premier League. McKennie also became the first American to score for Juve for the U.S. men's national team, who registered a goal in Serie A. Only 6 minutes after coming on as a substitute, he scores. So here's his goal. For the ones on my YouTube channel, go youtube.com/Coach Cameron. You'll find it. So here's his goal. Good goal, good timing, great service. I mean, it was a brilliant ball played in. Keeper didn't protect his 6-yard box, but good goal. He scored. He needs confidence. This is excellent. We need this. So he joins Michael Bradley and Alexi Lawless as U.S. men's national players who have scored in the Serie A. That's a big deal. So he got a great goal. And I am showing this on my YouTube channel. For the ones that are listening to my audio, you can join and subscribe my YouTube channel. That'd be awesome. Anyways, moving on to Gio Reyna's goal. So Gio Reyna scored a great goal for Dortmund, converting the equalizer, making it 1-1. With Dortmund trailing in the 56th minute, the 18-year-old attacker tallied his second goal of the season. Reyna took a pass from Jordan Sancho on the left flank of the attacking third, worked his way around a defender, Martin Hinteregger, and drilled a brilliant 16-yard strike into the upper left corner past goalkeeper Kevin Trapp. This was a legit goal. And Gio is just going to keep getting better and better and better. I mean, the confidence he's going to get is just, it's going to go through the roof. Christian Pulisic scored as well. And here's Christian Pulisic's goal. Another great goal, great time run. And he's such a competitor. I mean, he is, these three, Christian Pulisic and Gio Reyna are the future. McKennie, yes, but not like Pulisic and Reyna. They're different. They're true goal scorers, and they're going to make impact on the U.S. men's national team. Will it be enough is the question. So Pulisic also reached a milestone, become the fastest American to reach 10 EPL goals. He accomplished this feat in 30 matches, breaking the record set by Roy Wegerle, who did it in 49 games. Pulisic was the fourth U.S. men's national team player to reach double digits in the EPL goals, joining Clint Dempsey and Brian McBride in that exclusive club. This is a big deal. So we are in a good situation with our main players. So here's where we have a problem. So let's do a little research. So what do we know about McKennie? Weston McKennie, U.S. Soccer didn't develop him. They're going to take credit for it. We're going to say, oh, yeah, he was developed in Dallas. No, Germany. He was his family lived in Germany. His mother and father, athletic, non-soccer players, but very athletic, but grew up in Germany where he was playing on the streets, where he was identified and then he got pulled into an academy in Germany. He was indoctrinated in the game at a very, very young age, and they remembered him. So then he left Germany, went to Dallas, got developed a little more because he fell in love, but he's a very good athlete. If he grew up in America, he wouldn't have been a soccer player. He'd have been something else. He would have been track or football. It would have been that way because he would have done soccer. And if he did grow up in America and somehow played soccer, it wouldn't have worked out for him. It's very important to note that he grew up on the streets from age 6 to 9, 3 important years of development. He was playing in the streets and then was picked up by a local club. I think it was Phoenix Otterbach in 2004, and then he moved back to the United States, but they didn't forget about him, and then he went back. So yeah, he spent a lot of time there. So, anyways, that's his situation. Christian Pulisic, his father, he's from Croatian descent, so his family, is way into soccer. His dad played professional indoor soccer, knew that he couldn't make it and develop his son in America, so he left. He was developed in Europe. That's what happened. You're not going to become a Christian Pulisic level player because you were born and raised in Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's just not gonna happen. But his father, Mark Pulisic, was smart enough to get him the freak out of here, and that's what he did. It's just that's what happens. So did U.S. Soccer develop either of those? No. If anything, it was more Weston McKennie, and who's the least technical of them all? Weston McKennie. So Gio Reyna, same thing. Mother and father both played for the U.S. National team. They were smart enough to get him the freak out of here. Send him to Dortmund, where they develop players to be technical and develop them the next level. That's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. So what's U.S. Soccer doing for us? This is what they're doing for us. I'll show you. Got a text. Okay, this is from MLS Academy in Arizona. And everyone's MLS Next now. All right, if it says, if any players are found trying out for high school soccer or found training or playing in any way, we will also have to release the player from the program and the club. We hope we are all on the same page moving forward with this, and that you not only understand but buy into the personal commitment to upholding the integrity and standards of MLS Next program and the club and our staff. I won't say which club. Yeah. Don't you dare play anywhere else. Don't go on the streets and play. Don't play in a Latino league. Don't you stay away from those people. Don't play for your high school. If you do, you're going to be punished. Don't you do this. So yeah, that's what's going on with them. And here's another one. I left out the part where they said that this is the highest level of youth soccer in the United States. And the question is, don't they pay to play? Some don't, some do. It's not consistent, and it's not consistent of level. It's mass numbers. It's America. What's America about? We're about numbers and building brands and profiting. Nothing wrong with that. That's what makes America great. But the problem is, it's more of like crony capitalism, the evil brand of what's going on, where you have those selected that can be successful. It's not true. Like, it's not in a situation where if you do really well that you advance. You might get more players to develop, but then you'll be denied the opportunity to play against MLS Next. You're not part of MLS Next. You can't compete against us. We'll drop you down a level, kind of thing. We don't develop players in this country. We're doing the same thing. That's all I'm saying. We're doing the same thing, and then we'll occasionally have players, like Gio Reyna and Pulisic, that are great, and we're like, look, we're fine. We're not fine. We need an army. We're the United States of America. We have all the opportunity here, and we're denying the true platform of really developing players. So the real question is, what are we doing that's different? We're not. We're doing the same thing. We're just changing the brand. That's it. We're just changing the brand. MLS Next. That's what it is. That's the next scam we're being led to. We need to do a whole revamp of what we're doing. We need to cater to the individual with youth development. We need to allow players to play. We have players. I'm working on, once things open up again, I'm gonna go do a behind the scenes of where soccer's being played in Phoenix, Arizona. In places you've never seen before. I've taken my son to play in these Hispanic leagues where right by the airport where planes are flying right over the field. I'm a native. I've never been there. I've never been in a situation where planes were literally flying right over our heads. Like you could throw a rock and hit the freaking plane kind of thing. It was crazy. And I'm like, where are we? A place where people won't go play soccer, except for the ones that truly love the game. We need to embrace the game where we're creating a culture. Culture will always win. Far as development goes, that we have a culture in this country. The culture of soccer exists because we have every nationality throughout the world in the United States. Name me one city that doesn't have adult leagues where you have a Croatian. You have the Croatian team. You have the Serbian team. You have an African team. You have everyone comes together and plays. We have it here. There is talent here. We don't develop it because it's the whole pay-to-play model, the whole thing that we do with create an identity that we're special and we compete. We're competing to win in America versus competing to win the rest of the world. Everyone knows the only way you're going to be able to develop your son or daughter into a higher level and is you got to leave the United States. Why? We're doing something wrong. We got to embrace the culture. We need to embrace the culture. We need to change the rules of the game. I've said this over and over again. I'll say it again. We need to change the rules of the game of soccer here. I don't know any other way to fix it right now other than U.S. soccer needs to start spending money and go and developing academies into the inner cities where soccer is being played, where it's loved and embraced, and also give it hope to other athletes that choose other sports might want to choose soccer. That's a whole McKennie situation where he was indoctrinated into the sport at age 6 because he was in Germany. We can indoctrinate a lot of athletes in the United States if we provided them a pathway. But we're not willing to do it. So when I say change the rules, we need to completely change the rules. There needs to be given points. Hold on one second. I got interrupted with my son and his online schooling. Anyways, there's a way we can do it, but we have to do it differently. I mean, we spent so much money on administration with U.S. Soccer, which they're basically bankrupting themselves as we speak, that we spend way too much on administration, too much on coaching, when we need to focus on really taking the game and really bringing it to the inner cities and really develop the game. You got to develop the game. You can't do what we typically do, where we're just going to set a field. Oh, we'll put a field in the inner city in 45. We put fields down. That's not good enough. We need to stay there, identify talent, and take that talent and put them on MLS Next. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So we need to keep taking our children outside somewhere else. And it's sad. We have serious problems, and we're not doing anything to fix it. And we're all excited, and we're going to hear the same mantra again. What are we doing? What are you going to do when we're our saving grace? You got Pulisic and Reyna. They're high level. I mean, that's a bit. We've never had that kind of talent. Not like that. They're special. What are we going to do when they're not available or injured? I mean, we need a base of players, and we're never going to have a base of talented players. I mean, high-level base where we have 30 in the Bundesliga, 30-plus in the EPL. I mean, we need more players in those leagues. We need a bigger base to draw from, because if we don't have our stars, we need replacements that won't affect us at all. The game won't change. I don't know if any of that made sense, but if we think we're going to go, we're safe, we can relax. We're not. We're not. Until U.S. Soccer, we cannot depend on Europe to develop our players. We need to develop them. And I think there's a way to do that. I think we need to go back in time and make it a true competition where everyone has to compete against each other. Just flight it. If you're so special, MLS Next or whatever club you're part of, whatever, just win and keep rising to the top versus lose and then stay at the level you're at. That's what MLS Next is. How is it not? Explain to me, how is it not? It's no different than DA. There's no difference, because MLS Next, if an MLS Next team is not better than another team that's not part of MLS Next team stays in MLS Next, and the team that's actually better can't advance because they're not part of MLS. It's stupid. Stupid. It'd be sweet if MLS Next, you know what it should be? It should be each age group, one age group in every state. And you compete, and whoever's the best team represents the MLS or whatever. I don't know. We need competition, and we need to change the system. We need to focus on the individual. We need to stop tearing down all the dribblers of this country that we have. We have a lot of them, but what do? We make fun of them. That's what we do. Oh, they dribble too much. They're not smart enough to play the tactics of the game. How many times have you heard that? I've heard it. Heard from friends. They're idiots. They have no concept, because the dribblers don't fit in with the typical pay-to-play players that can play 1-2 touch but can't think. You can't mix creative with robots. It just doesn't work, and that's what we got. We do take a lot of the creatives, put them on the robotic teams, and then they're forgotten. May we not forget. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace.